Hello, everyone. How are you ladies doing today in the Woman on the Rise group, the business group? I wanted to come on here today to talk to you about some new things that's going on in business. Um, and I will be talking about the SBA, which is the Small Business Administration, disaster relief loans that they are making available. Now, I do realize that some of you who are part of the group do not live in the United States. There's a couple who live in Canada and some in the UK, I believe. But I am going to be talking about things in the United States for the first part. But stick around. I will be giving some pointers on what we can do in this strange time, different time in our country, in the world right now, for that matter. But before I even start, let me say happy spring today on the East Coast at 11:49 p.m. tonight. It will be springtime. So happy spring to everyone. And let's jump right in. If you didn't know, the SBA, the government, the U.S. government has opened up some money. The Congress and the Senate actually approved it. I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before yesterday, to open up some money to help those who are suffering. I am one of those people whose business is suffering a little. Well, at least by 50% because of what's going on. And so they are opening up loans for us. Now, I know everyone knows that the interest rates have dropped. So I think it's even just below 1%, if I'm not mistaken. It's like the lowest, excuse me, the lowest that it can go right now. But the loans that they are offering for small businesses are a little different, and it's not at the current interest rate that we have now for the general public, but it is up to $2 million. I'm just going to give you some facts really quick. It's 3.75% interest for small businesses, 2.75% for nonprofits. It's up to 30 years max. You can put up to 30 years, and you can use it for fixed debts with a fixed interest rate. You can use it for accounts payable. You can use it for payroll, and you can use it for other bills. So if you needed to live, if you are a sole entrepreneur, you can use it to live. Now, here is another thing, and I'm going to go up on the site in just a few minutes so you guys can see. If you are a homeowner, and I so encourage you guys to do this, especially if you have like a small business on the side, you work for an MLM company, you might be with, I'm just going to say Mary Kay or Avon or It Works or something like that. You can also get it for homeowners assistant at 3.25. So you can basically, from what I understand, and we're going to take a look at it in just a few minutes, you can use the money. And it doesn't even say that you have to necessarily be registered as a small business, but you can pay your house off, and then it'll be basically refinanced at 3.75%, and you can put it up to 30 years. So it could truly lower your house payment if you don't have a low interest rate. Now, this is what the website says. I know it according to business standards, but I just read that and I'm like, that's quite interesting. And I guess it's just because of the nature of, the atmosphere that we're in right now with the coronavirus. Then them trying to slow it down, and people not being able to generate income as usual. Now, the areas that are eligible right now, and I'm pretty sure eventually, I believe it's going to be opened up to all 50 states because everyone is limiting activity in all of the states. But right now, it's California, Connecticut, DC, Maine, Montana, Nevada, New Mexico, Rhode Island, Utah, and Washington State. Now, these are all of these states and the contiguous counties. So, for example, what contiguous counties would be in D.C., also included in Maryland would be Montgomery County and Prince George's County. And then in Virginia, it would be Alexandria City, Arlington, and Fairfax. So I believe, like Connecticut, it includes some counties in Massachusetts and some counties in New York. So all of these states have contiguous counties of bordering states around it, and those counties that are just right outside. Let's just take a look. I want to give you some pointers now. Oh, before I even switch screens, this is crazy, but for me, I have had three SBA backed loans, and just so incidentally, I took out my last loan 7 years ago, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't know if you guys know my story, but I was ill in 2016. I was in the hospital for most of the year. So I went back into debt. Although I didn't take out another SBA loan, I still was paying off a loan. And I just managed to just suffer through it. I had a lot of late payments. My credit went down, but I scrambled back. I, paid off just about everything. And my very last payment for my very last SBA loan will be paid off April 1st. And now here we are, and I'm in the position where I may, I'm praying that I don't have to, but I may have to take out another loan with the SBA. But I'm going to give you some tips on how you can make sure that you get approved. So I'm going to go. I got the SBA website here. I got to move some things out of the way. Let me just move a couple things out of the way so I can see with you guys. Okay, so this is the SBA disaster assistance. As you can see, you can go to sba.gov /funding program /disaster assistance. Or I think if you just go to sba.gov, you'll see the disaster assistance should probably come up first. And it shows, here it is for the coronavirus. I'm just going to click learn more. And it has all the information for you guys right here. It tells you all about what I just told you. The it's an economic injury disaster loan is technically what it's called. There are the rates there with the interest rate of 3.75 for small businesses, 2.75 for nonprofits. It says the long-term repayment. Now, this is something you got to look at. Here are the eligible SBA disaster loans. Now, mind you, every day a new state is going up, because when I first got the email from the financial institution that provided me the money for my for the SBA loan that I'm about to pay off on April 1st, when I clicked on it, it only had a couple states there, and actually the District of Columbia was not up yet. Then the District of Columbia went up like a day later, but Maryland and Virginia wasn't included. And so now there's Maryland. If you can see the District of Columbia here, there's Montgomery and Prince George's County, Alexandria City, Arlington, Fairfax. Here you have Connecticut. So you got Massachusetts, Berkshire, Hampton, and Worcester counties. And in New York, it would be Dutchess, Putnam, and Westchester County. So if you look and you just scroll, all the states have the contiguous counties around it. So there's Maine, Montana. So you can go through all of that. But one thing I want to point out to you is, if you want to apply, before you decide to apply, especially if you have never had an SBA loan, this is the trick. Before I even click on it, I'm going to tell you a story real quick. I'm going to switch back to me so you guys can see me. But I went for an SBA loan the first time, and I remember when I filled it out the application, when I finally went to fill out the application, they said that it would be about 6 to 8 weeks of waiting period time before I would know anything. And at the time when I filled out the paperwork, that weekend, I think that was on a Wednesday, it was. I actually went down to the SBA offices, which here in DC is on New York Avenue, where I had a counselor, and they will give you a free counselor to help you out I went down there. I filled out the paperwork on a Wednesday, and he even told me 6 to 8 weeks. And that weekend, I needed to put down the floors in my salon. And so I was like, well, I'll just put it on credit cards and, call it a day. And when the loan comes through, hopefully the loan will come through, I'll just pay the credit cards off. Well, lo and behold, I could have sworn I looked at my bank account on Saturday. And, I was just checking to see if I could use some cash or whatever for some things and not put everything on the credit card. So I saw how much cash I had by the end of the day, by the time I finished the workday. And Sunday, my floor guy called me. He said, well, let's go to Home Depot. Let's get these floors and let's get started. And I went to look into my bank account, and lo and behold, the money was there. We're talking not even a week later. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that happened. I'm going to switch back to the screen now. And it is this right here, this learning center. Before I actually applied for my very first SBA loan, I took courses. Now, back then, this was like in 2005. They didn't have very many online. I did take an export course because I do have a tangible product, my hair care products that I do ship out. So I had gotten an export training and had gotten a certificate through the SBA. That's the only one that I think I did online, and that was for this past loan that I have. And I told them I wanted to export, and they gave me some money. Well, they didn't give it to me. They loaned it to me. I wish they would have given it to me. But they have all of these programs here, and what I think happens is when you take a course, the SBA site is one system. So you have to make a username and a password to do anything on this site, including these free courses. And I believe they haven't said yay or nay, but this has got to be true because I've met so many people who said that they have applied for SBA loans and was turned down. I took the classes, and like I said back then, I went downtown and actually took classes. But after I finished, they gave us a certificate, and our names was on this roster that the instructor with the group, and the group is called SCORE, that actually helps through this. The course, I believe they still handle that, where you can get mentors and things like that. They had a roster, and I took every available class there was. And so here online, even to take a course, you have to have a username and a password that you have to create to take one of the courses. And they have the mentor protege program. I believe this is where the SCORE is, this very first one over here to the left. You have buying a business, competitive advantage, financing options for small business, introduction to pricing. So take some of these classes, and the fact that you have to make a username and a password to take these courses, which are free, they know when you've taken a course, right? So when you go to apply here online, you're going to use the same username and the same password to apply. And when they're looking at your application, they will say, okay, well, this person has taken our course on market research, on a guide for sales for a small business owner. And if you are a millennial and you want to, even if you want to just start your own business, there's some more here: selling your business, just different things, social media marketing. Go on and take it. It's free. Why not? But it's gonna give you cool kid points with the SBA. But this one right here, this is new. I've never seen this one before. And like I said, I have had 3 backed SBA loans, and I've taken, oh wow, all types of courses with the SBA. But they have this young entrepreneurs I was noticing here. So if you are just starting out and you are a millennial, I say if you are 35 or younger, I would say even 40 or younger, take the young entrepreneurs. Hey, skip it. Anybody. I don't know. I'm just saying it because they're using the word young. Hey, if you're just starting out, take it, because you would definitely be a young entrepreneur because you're young in the entrepreneurial world. I would say start with that, and then take a couple more and then apply, especially if you already have registered your business as an SBA or doing business as. That is a good idea. So I just wanted to show you guys that you're going to get a lot of cool kid points with the SBA if you do take some of these courses. I'm going to switch this screen back and I'm going to move some things out the way. Now, what else did I want to tell you guys? Oh, I said that I was going to tell you guys some things if you don't live in this country, and if you don't live in this country and live outside of the United States, I want to just encourage you to look and see what your country has to offer, your region has to offer, especially in Canada. I get a lot of Canadian television, and I have noticed some commercials talking about relief, financial relief from the corona. I don't know what you want to call situation, the outbreak. And please, everyone, be safe. Be careful. Follow guidelines, and we'll all be safe, and we're gonna make it through. But check your local government. You'd be amazed of what they have to offer, and even if your state is not up there yet, your state may not have applied for the federal funding through the SBA for small businesses. They may have a totally different program all their own. So this is just through the United States government, but each state, has to apply to say, hey, we want you to help our small businesses. But some states already have money set aside in contingency programs just for times like this. So check your local government, even if you don't see your area or your region on there. And it doesn't matter. If you are a registered business, you are eligible. Normally it's a lot more strict guidelines to receive an SBA-backed loan. A lot of times they wanted you to actually have a brick and mortar or have a location other than your home. Inside your home, it is a lot more difficult. But right now, it doesn't matter. Even if you operate your business out of your home, the money is there. You are losing income. Let the government give you a helping hand. Now, what else do I want to talk to you? Oh, someone had asked me the other day about posting, and in this time of the coronavirus going around, and we're getting all kinds of different posts. You don't want to necessarily always be posting something to sell, because some people say, I don't know what to post as far as my business goes, and they don't want to post doom and gloom and something about corona. And so my suggestion to you is just to keep posting positive things, post funny things, and there's nothing wrong. People still have to shop. People still need goods. People still need services. And when they're locked in the home right now, this is the perfect time because, like I have a hair care line. I'm going to be putting out a campaign soon for just some of my products to get some custom blend products, because a lot of women aren't going out. Their kids are at home, or some cities are on serious restriction. They still have to shampoo their hair. They still want to use good products. They still need some guidance. So I'm going to put out some campaigns to help with that. I'm going to do some free webinars to do some hair education. So there are things that you can do. But as far as just posting regular content on your Facebook business page, or on your LinkedIn page, or on your Instagram page, post out something positive, something funny. This is the time we want to make people laugh. You don't want to put up doom and gloom and, oh my God, it's the end of the world, we're going to die, because I've seen a couple of those too. Don't want to do that, but just, stay positive. Put up, positive quotes. Keep people in their good spirits and make people laugh. And that's what you can do right now. And still post about your business. There's nothing wrong with posting about your business. And I think that's about it. Other than, I am going to be having soon the Women on the Rise show, which will actually be conducted on my Facebook page, where I will have my business page, where I will have other women in business and just different topics pertaining to women as guests on my online show. So I will be launching that very, very soon. But the trainings for Women on the Rise will still be here. So I want you to encourage you to invite your friends, especially if you have friends who want to start a business, are already in business, to join our group. And, it is my mission to grow this group and to get us being some serious boss ladies this year. Also, the training coming up on how to grow your customer base without breaking your budget. I put the post about the class. It's somewhere in the feed here. It should be the post just below this video. But I encourage you to check it out. It is only $47. It is going to be over a 4-week period. And this is my 3-part framework that I have used. And trust me, over the years, I have spent so much money and I have been so frustrated. But once I took a little bit from this person and a little bit from that coach and a little bit from that coach, and I put it all together, I came up with a 3-part framework that works every single time. And, you got to spend a little money to make money. And this is something where you can grow your customer base at a very fast pace. And it'll be highly targeted customers who want what you are looking for. And you can do this on less than $5 a day. And even if you don't have a website, you don't need a website. I will show you how you can build your customer base and grow your email list and have a vast email list. Because regardless of what you see, I know that there is Instagram shopping now, and Facebook has it where you can put up your products if you have an actual product to ship out. You have shopping on Facebook, you have shopping on Instagram, and everybody's thinking that's the way to go. But trust me, the money is in the email list. Point blank, period. You are never, ever, because even if you're on social media, you are competing with a whole lot of things inside the feed. With email, that person is right in front of you. So, and you have their undivided attention. And if they're on your email list, they opted into your email list. So they basically are saying, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to be up on what you have to offer. I like you, and I'm going to talk to you all about nurturing them, how to write sequence emails. All of that is included in this class, but you want to build an email list, and you do not, I cannot stress this enough, you do not need a website right now. It's okay. If you do have a website, that's great, but if you don't have a website, you don't need one. I'm going to show you how to grow an email list with highly targeted customers. So if you are a trainer, a physical trainer, and you're trying to get names so you can tell people about some of your exercise classes that you may have, or your personal training that you do in a gym, and you really don't necessarily have a website, but you want to gather some names of people who would be interested in your services, I can teach you how to do that. And you don't need a website. So please join this class if this is something that you are even mildly interested in. I priced it at $47, which is very cheap because it's going to be over a 4-week period. But this is my very first time teaching my 3-part framework, and you guys are going to be my first audience that I crafted with, because I do have e-courses, and when I repurpose it and put in everything that I need with it, and mind you, you guys are going to get handouts, you're going to get homework, so by the time we finish over the 4-week period, you will be ready to go to just click a button and start taking names, and it's going to be people who want what you have to offer. But once I do upload it into my e-course platform, the class will sell for $897. It is only offered to you guys and your friends, if you want to invite your friends that might be interested in this class, because I'm going to need your feedback. I'm going to need, you guys are going to be able to ask questions, and it'll help me craft it even better when I put it in for the e-course. But once it's an e-course, that's all she wrote. It's going to be $197, the cheapest you may ever get it. It may go on sale one day for $97, but that's the lowest it would ever go. So I encourage you to jump in on this. It's just for you guys. So other than that, I want to wish you a happy first day of spring. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment box of the video. And blah, blah, blah. If you haven't joined the email list, join the email list, and I hope to see you on the class. Click on the link in one of the. I put it up in the feed. It's somewhere in the feed. Just search the feed here on Woman on the Rise. You'll see it. But check out the landing page. If you think you want to be a part of it, please do, because you are going to learn a lot. And I am going to teach you. We're going to dive so deep into that Facebook Ads Manager. It's going to make your head spin, and it's not going to be so intimidating once I show you how to use it. So with that note, I'm going to say goodbye. I've been on for about 25 minutes, so I did pretty good. I was trying to keep it under 30 minutes. So you guys stay safe. Wash your hands, use your Clorox wipes. I got a whole bunch of wet ones, Stay safe, and we're going to ride this out. And in the meantime, grow your business. I'll talk to you soon.